Good evening and salutations, my Beyond the Gates fans. Okay, great build up, disappointing landing. Okay, so you saw Friday's episode, it ended off in a cliffhanger. And today, just kind of revisit that, and go right back into the action, her holding that golden pew pew and everything. And then we sit through a whole goddamn monologue. Sit through a whole damn monologue. You did this. You hurt me. Da 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 da. You should beg for your lives and everything like that. And then it gets to a point where Bill grabs the gun. Now, keep in mind, while all this is going on, Chelsea was live streaming this whole thing. Okay? And she has millions of followers. Finds out later on that the video has went viral. Anyway, Bill grabs the gun. It goes off. No one gets shot. Okay? No one gets shot. And then I think it goes off again, and at that point, he just takes the gun. So I'm like, I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't want anyone to get killed off just yet. It's only been like, what, not even 2 weeks. But I mean, at least somebody should have been shot. Even if it was a goddamn leg, something. But no, no, no. Let me tell you something about Danny. She's therapy. Okay? What she does not need is some of her families being enablers. That's what she don't need. Okay? That chick needs therapy. She damn sure needs to go to jail at this point. Let's just get that out the way. Because I was siding with Danny for a while. So she pulled out the pew pew and then she was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Now I would have liked it if she would have if she would have pulled it out and it was just like blanks. Just to really put the fear of God in her. That would have been interesting. And for a hot minute, I'm like, is that what happened? Because no one got shot at that point. So I'm like, what was you doing? Anyway, after that whole thing goes down, Naomi, which I'm not gonna lie, she actually kind of pissed me off in this whole thing, was still sitting there being pissy to Bill. I'm like, you do realize Mom Dukes was the one that sat there and pulled out the gun. Pew pew. That pulled out the pew pew on your dad, and you're still sitting there acting like he's the bad guy in this. You got the pew pew pointed at him, and somehow he's still the bad guy. Like, that's amazing to me. Danny storms off, and she decides to go to the bar to get a drink. I'm like, uh, no, her ass needs to be going to jail. That's what needs to happen. Jacob, aren't you a cop? Like, shouldn't you be like, I don't know, reading this chick her rights or whatever? No? We're not gonna do that? Okay. Anyway, she gets down to the bar. Pamela's there. And then she decides to not drink and then go back home and pretty much deal with the wrath of her mother. Okay. Well, everyone else is sitting there calling, are you okay? Is she okay? Uh, really? Her mom literally just went in on her. As she should. Okay? As she should. Nicole came there, gave her a pep talk or whatever. Oh, you're human and everything like that. I'm like, okay. I'm starting to sit there and see why Danny is the way that she is. I'm really starting to see it. It is not a good look. And then both of them come back, and Nicole's sitting there acting like Anita's supposed to give her an apology. Anyway, Chelsea told Kat about the whole video going viral, the live stream and stuff like that. So they gotta they got to go back and they got to sit there and tell the family, hey, listen, I don't know how to sit there and put this, but I was live streaming and it just happened to catch everything. Now Vernon wants to sit there and got to talk to Bill, and Anita was like, listen, now you got your father sitting there going to Bill, hat in hand to sit there and try to make this thing go away or whatever. And at first, Haley, I guess, saw that as a bad omen, and her hair and makeup and everything, but she still looked fine as wine. But Bill and everybody convinced her to get married, so they wound up getting married and stuff like that. He carries her across the threshold of the house or whatever. And he about to sit there and go to Paris or something until he got a tip from one of his friends that works at a newspaper about the video and everything like that. And so now he's going to be doing a press conference. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bill was still basuda for the way that he treated Anita, but for the way he treated Danny, but I mean, that's something you need to sit there and work on in therapy. And Nicole does not need to be that woman's therapist. Um, I love how they just kind of shoehorn in Vanessa, Doug, and Pamela just to sit there and say, "Oh, we're going to be there for the priest. We're gonna really make sure that we are showing our love and support and everything." I'm like, okay, wait, that was the whole point of you being there. Okay, so let's go with the whole Leslie and Eva. So this whole plan is to sit there and get back at Ted, who is, according to Leslie, which honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't trust any information that she says, is Ted's father. I mean, is Eva's father, who just left them. Just left them, act like they didn't exist, went on with his life with Nicole and the daughters and everything like that. And pretty much she's like, listen, you didn't live a life of luxury because your dad just walked out on us. He didn't care about us. Now we gotta sit there and get back at it. We gotta sit there and get back at Ted. She's all in for it. She's all into it because she's like, what he did wasn't right. He treated you wrong and stuff like that. He disrespected you, so we can't let that go. My whole thing is like, I feel like this chick is is straight up lying to her gullible daughter that's just eating up every single thing that is going on. Now, here's the thing about this scene. I got what she was meant to say in the first 20 minutes. Everything after that, or in the first 15 or 10 minutes, everything after that was just whining. We didn't sit there and grow up a fabulous life. You could have went to the best school. You could have did this. You could have did that. Da 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 da. I'm like, mm-hmm. Time is it now? Like that's why I kept sitting there looking. I was like, after I was like, okay. It's like, all right, lady, we get it. We get it. Stop. Mm. Um, and of course, Martin's they're worried about his image and everything like that. Like, Martin, you need to sit there and worry about getting your damn aunt some help. That's what you need to be worried about. Checking out pew pews and everything like that. And you worried about your image. Anyway, they're supposed to sit there and have some sort of press conference. So there's that. The Andre, just to make a long story short, Andre. Yeah, Andre. Well, I always sit there and mix up the names. Andre and Ashley deliver the baby, while Derek, the firefighter, is at the bar, just hanging out, waiting for his girlfriend or wife or something. Um, and he didn't even sit there and think about the fact that he's been waiting and waiting and waiting. And I guess the bartender's like, well, maybe she got caught in an emergency. He's like, oh, it's only her first week. I'm like, okay. I was like, you remember when you were a fireman and stuff like that? Didn't you sit there and just kind of had you set the sideline? So isn't it totally possible? But he does want to going down there to the hospital. Which, by the way, I don't even know this chick's name. All I saw her doing was gossiping throughout the entire episode about stuff. I'm just like, so is this how we're gonna sit there and fill up this hour right here? See, that's what we're doing. I didn't even know what she was talking about. She just kept going, girlfriend, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. And I'm just like, why are we doing this? It's like, why are we doing this at this point? Um, anyway, he's about to sit there and try to get the door or like go to the door. And next thing you know, the baby's already delivered. So they're taking pictures and everything like that. And there's one point where the mother asks to take a picture of Ashley and Derek holding the baby. Me, Ashley, and Andre holding the baby. And I can tell you, sit there and tell you right now, Derek was not too happy about that. He was not too happy about that. We know it's about to go down at some point. Anyway, I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else. So, if I miss anything, write in the comment section below. It's been a long day, and I still got 2 soap operas to sit there and do. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do a live stream tonight. I'm going to try, but I I don't know. But we'll see. Anyway, check the community tab because that's where we sit there and post stuff in my community tab to let people know what I'm doing, when am I doing, and stuff like that. I'm just going to sit there and just be, all power for a hot second. Live streams will continue to happen. Often those live streams are going to depend because there's 5 soap operas right now, and I do all 5. I mean, I don't review all 5 in one day, but I do watch all 5. And because of that 5th one, even though it's just an extra hour, it pushes stuff back. And now I'm sitting there doing General Hospital, and it's already kind of late. And in all reality, I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to sit there and rush any one of my reviews. Hell, I actually want to do a Days of Our Lives review. I don't know if I'm actually going to have time to do that, but so yeah, there's going to be times where I may not be able to always do a live, and I may have to sit there, put it on another day. But I'd rather do that than sit there and try to rush and blitz through everything, because then that's not fun. But yeah, maybe I'll sit there and put in a community tab as far as everything that's changing. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.